Well, we have cleared a path down this road. All the limbs that were hanging over the road that were going to interfere with the double-wide sections coming down the road have cut all them limbs. And what I did was had an 8-foot step ladder. I got up on the step ladder, and even limbs, let's see, right there. It doesn't look big on in the air, but it's a 6-inch limb I've cut with a a pruning saw. And tell you what, this thing has paid for itself many times over. But look what I did. I had it extended as far as it would go, and the blade is starting to get a little dull, so I've really had to put some pressure on this, and I broke it. But I've had this so long, it's worth fixing. So what I got here is a piece of Schedule 40 1.25 inch, and it's gonna fit right over this. And what I gotta do is cut it to length right here. And I got some, I'm in Wascom, so my options are limited. Flex glue. We'll see how that works. Let me get this cut to the right length, but first let me tell you a little story about this. The cutting head, I've had this Fiskars for a long time, and over the years I've done a few videos about Fiskars products, and they're good stuff and they last forever. And if they break, they will send you parts. So the cutting head broke. I had sharpened it a couple of times. I had actually bought replacement blades a couple of times, and eventually the pulley system here broke. Well, I wanted to replace the whole new head, so I called Fiskars. I was willing to pay for it, and I told them what model number I had and all that. And they stopped making these like 10 years ago. So she told me we no longer carry the parts for this. But I told her, well, I've had it about 20 years, and this thing has just worked fantastic, and you wouldn't believe the amount of trees and limbs I've cut with this thing. And I just love it. Anyway, they sent me a brand new one. It's not this model, it's a new model, and it's kind of an oval shaped body, which makes sense because it's a lot stiffer than this is. So I've got that with the pruning lopper on it, and this is what I put my blade on, my pruning saw blade. It sticks up like this, and this is the one I use to saw, because when you're using the lopping pruner, the bypass pruner, when you're pulling that rope, having that saw sticking off the end of it, it gets in the way of everything and hung up on everything. So that being said, I have two pruners. One is the bypass lopping pruner with a rope that comes down here. It's brand new, and Fiskars gave it to me. And I think I did a video about that. And then I have this that I have my the saw on. So let me go ahead and get this cut to length, and I'll show you how this is gonna work. Okay. Now I'll give that. I'm not going to be using it today. Probably won't be using it tomorrow, so it'll have plenty of time to dry. Now, I'm trying to handle this carefully because I don't want to get stuff everywhere. So, this is the middle section of it, and it's also pretty flexible. So what I have is some rods, some 3/4 inch dowel rods that I'm going to do the same thing to. I'm going to fill this up with these dowel rods and take some of the flex out of that, and that's next. A funny thing happened on my way to cleaning my hands up. That is not water soluble like most latex stuff. It's not latex. So I just spent the last 20 minutes cleaning it off my hands with this and about a half a roll of paper towels. But anyway, it's in there all the way up to the end. And now I'm going to slide it down my pole. Boy, this is going to work out great. This is going to be better than new. Now, let me get them put together. Yeah, this is better than new here. I am going to have to take some 80 grit and rough up the outside of this because that PVC is kind of slick. And but I'm working on my Ford tailgate shop, and I don't carry that kind of stuff with me at the Ford shop here.